I was driving home on Route 18 through southern Wisconsin, headed home to Iowa after a weekend with my friends. And as one does when you're driving alone at night, I was thinking about my life and about my plans, whether I was building out of concrete or out of sand, and how sometimes money really does make the world go round. But you know, trying to measure your life is a little bit like trying to measure the current from inside a boat. Sometimes the only thing you know for sure is that the damn thing still floats. Had to work the next morning, so I was trying to get home fast. I was short on time, but low on gas. Pulled into a service plaza, but it was closed. Car started to sputter as I got back on the highway, but I wasn't worried because I'd done this before, and I knew that with this car, I can usually get an extra mile or two if the hills go right. Yeah, I've run out of gas before. I do it all the time. Heck, it's practically a hobby. But I've never actually had to get out of the car and walk. I mean, running on fumes or coasting into a gas station makes me feel like a superhero. Or like a marathon runner who knows just how far he can push his body before he gives out. Having to get out and walk makes me feel like a delusional moron. So I kept driving. 4 long miles. I get off at the next exit, some suburban mall, still no gas anywhere in sight. The car finally dies. I'm on a hill at the light. I step out of the car to start pushing into the parking lot, and my foot lands on a soggy $5 bill. I figure it's play money somebody put there just to fuck with my head, but it's real, and there's more of it. On the grass, on the side of the road, by the mall. My head is down, and all I'm thinking about is stuffing as much of it in my pockets as I can before I get caught, before somebody realizes that it's not mine. I pick up a 5, I pick up a 10, I pick up a $20 bill. A woman in an SUV pulls up. My instinct tells me she's come to claim it. It's her money. She wants half. But she starts picking up the money and putting it in my hands. How does it happen, she wants to know. I don't know, I say, and that's the truth. A man in a truck pulls up. He doesn't see the money, wants to know if I want to push into the parking lot. That'd be great, I say. The woman hands me a $100 bill and says again, how did it happen? It flew out the window, I said. Well, he doesn't know what I'm talking about, and she doesn't know what he's talking about, and she keeps handing me money. She hands me the last set of bills and says, is it all there? Yes! I say yes because I am the Lord of the bills and my pockets are filled with somebody else's soaking wet cash. Now you have to understand that it's my blessing in life. Maybe it's a curse. Let's just call it a gift. To always be behind the truck that loses something. I've been behind the Utz potato chip truck with the back doors flapping open. Case of barbecue chips comes out and explodes on my front bumper. I've been behind a roofing contractor with a trailer full of cedar shingles. Shingles come popping up, lock onto my windshield, boom, 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 punch right through. Driving in Michigan, I've been behind an 18-wheeler, and the roof of the trailer peels back like a sardine can. 75-foot long piece of sheet metal going down I-94. And the one that they still talk about, suburban Chicago, driving behind a flatbed truck carrying Porta-Johns. The chain on one of them broke, and that Porta-John tipped over backwards and hit the interstate at 70 miles an hour and exploded. Now you got a twofold problem there. First, there are large pieces of plastic cartwheeling through your lane. But there's also sort of this hovering shit cloud. And there is no amount of Farfignugan that's going to get you out of that situation clean. So as I sat there in the parking lot, counting my cash, I think about the woman in the SUV, and then I should go over and tell her the truth. It's not my money. But I tell myself she didn't need the money. I tell myself the money was put there for me, and she was sent to help me harvest my cash. And I really did need the help. And the timing just seems too strange to ignore, too symbolic to just let go. And it's not even about the money. I mean, it lifts me up, puts fuel in my tank, puts wind in my cape. It almost feels spiritual. And if you ask some people, they might think Jesus. They might think Buddha or Allah or Krishna or the great goddess or whoever they're into. Me, I'm still thinking about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I consider it a gift. Hell, I know it's a gift. I just haven't figured out who to thank yet. Just need to figure out who to thank.